Is it just me, or do you also get a headache when you try to think for too long? Yeah, no, random person on the internet that asked this question, it's not just you. It happens to me all the time, because I'm always thinking way too hard about absolutely nothing. My brain never stops. It's always going at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and none of it has any importance or things to offer to this world in any positive way at all. But does it matter? No, because I still think too hard about it, and it still gives me a headache every time. So, anyways, welcome back, everybody, yet again to the Blue Ninja Guy YouTube channel. Questions like that are exactly the types of really hard-hitting topics that we're going to get into today. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, make sure, as always, like you do, to leave a like and a comment would really help me out. And if you would, please consider subscribing to the channel, because that is the best way to support me. Now, with no further ado, I'm going to start up this video by... Oh yeah, starting her up. That's how we do it. And now we're ready to go. Now, welcome back, everybody. Like I said, today we're going to be going through Reddit questions yet again, but this time we're doing it from a different subreddit. I've been kind of switching them up lately just to try and get some new interesting topics and perspectives. And this one is coming from the subreddit. I finally figured out what they're called, r/no stupid questions. So yeah, there we go. And I think I'm ready to just hop right into it. What is something you would do once but not do 100 times? See, this one's kind of hard, because for me, like, I really just like getting new experiences and doing things, whether they're crazy or not. I just enjoy doing things. So it's hard to tell if there's something that I would only want to do like one time that also I wouldn't want to do again, because there's no telling if I'd enjoy it. So I can't think of a positive thing, but I can think of something that would be terrible that I'm curious about how it would feel. I want to get shot in the foot. Like, I'm really curious what a gunshot feels like. Like, and I know that sounds really bad and masochistic, but it's not, I promise. It's just, I'm just genuinely curious after all of the movies that I've watched and video games that we play. Like, can someone really take a bullet or in a certain place and still be able to continue to go on and be the badass that they are in the movies/games with the injuries that they have? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just curious. Like, nothing that'll cause permanent damage. I mean, obviously, like, you'll have a scar or whatever, or like you might be messed up, but like, I just want to get shot somewhere that doesn't shatter bones, so the foot probably is not a good spot, but like, you know, like through the back of the calf, like just through meaty tissue, like something that you can like heal from, come back from, just out of curiosity of what it feels like and how much mobility you'd really have after that. You know, if I'm the only one and that sounds really bad, you know, makes sense, but I can't think of an experience of something that like I've said I want to try that I can be that I can guarantee you I'm only going to want to do once, because like, if I enjoy it, why wouldn't I want to do it 100 more times? You know, why limit yourself? But, you know, but I also wouldn't want to get shot 100 times. So I think that's what it comes to with that one. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, why is 12 not called 2-teen? I almost said 12-teen again, because that's how I read it the first time. Why is 12 not called 2-teen? My honest answer is because 13-year-olds are already too young to be teenagers, and they, you know, have too much influence in this world, and I don't think that 12-year-olds should all be considered teenagers. Like, obviously that has nothing to do with the number, but teenage years are obviously related to whether you are 13 to 19 years old. You know, some people still say that like 20 is teenager, you know, even though it's 20 and not teen, but either way, like, it has teen at the end of the word. Obviously that's where teenager comes from. Could you imagine a 12-year-old being a teenager? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's already kind of insane to imagine a 13-year-old being a teenager in some of the ways that they are. But, like, all 12-year-olds also be considered teenagers? No. No, they could stick with 12. They can stay a child for one more year. They can stay a child for one more year and not be too teen. Also, too teen just kind of sounds weird. Like, it rolls off the tongue good, like, too teen. You know what I'm saying? Like, 9, 10, 11, 2 teen, 13. Like, it fits. But, like, I don't know. In all honesty, it probably sounds more accurate than 12 to fit in with the rest of the numbers. Like, 1 teen doesn't really fit. 2 teen kind of does fit, so like I can kind of see that. But I really just don't think it's a good idea. No, I think teenagers should stay starting at 13, in my opinion. You can teleport anywhere and back again. Where are you going? Okay, so I'm gonna answer this topic as if like you can teleport anywhere, and like, are you being undetected, or do you have to know the exact coordinates of the location? Because like, who wouldn't just be like, yeah, take me to the spot of this hidden treasure, like, you know, like national treasure type shit, like just take me there, I'll grab a bunch of it, come home, I'll be rich off my ass for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if stuff like that doesn't work, then obviously I'm just gonna get teleported to where my fiance is, because we're extremely long distance right now. And if I could go there, you know, I would. But at the same time, I can drive there. So, like, it wouldn't be wasted. I would love any time to be able to teleport and go there. But I'm questioning, like, are you able to teleport there and back as much as you want, or is it a one-time thing too? You know what I'm saying? Because like that would also determine. We need more details, by the way, in these Reddit questions. For those of you who are the people on the internet typing up these random Reddit questions, where, like what, where what, details. But like, so say I can go back and forth there a bunch of times, then I would probably pick where my fiance is, because then you know, we could go there. But on the other hands, we're gonna like move in together soon, so like I would pick like a place of a location of a secret treasure if I didn't have to pick a certain location that I know the exact direction of, because then I could just be transported there, never give the information out to anybody else, and I just have money. Like, I just discovered the location of a national treasure, and I have a bunch of golden money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what, do you know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't you, you know, and of course, you know, it might sound bad to want to use it for money, but like, at the same time, like, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't take that opportunity? Because a lot of people are like, you know, they might be like, why wouldn't you want to travel and see this place? Why wouldn't you want to travel and see this place? If you have that kind of money, you could travel and see anywhere you want to see with the money. So it's like infinite glitch. You know, I take my one transport, go and get as much money as I can from one location, and then I can use that money to be free and go see whatever else I want to see, you know, as if I used my transport or teleport on that, you know. So I think I've gone in pretty much enough detail on that topic. Let me know though, where would you guys go? What would you guys do? Like, if, you know, if you guys had a teleport under, like, you know, what I said that I would do, like with the way that I discussed the topic with myself, where would you guys go? Would you, like, if you could pick somewhere that like you could go to all the time, is there a specific place, or would you use it to get money to then travel like after that, like, you know, like, or do you think that like it has to be somewhere that you know of, you know, that like you could like give a certain location of, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, we need more questions. And the road is closed. How in the frick am I supposed to get somewhere with this road being closed? All right, guess we got to go back to the highway. That is bull crap. I'm so sick of driving anywhere in this state. Oh, can never just have a simple trip. All right, anyways, do dogs get sad that I wash my hands after petting them? The first comment on this is you are 1000% overthinking this. And the first comment of the person saying you are 1000% overthinking this is probably right. However, on the flip side, I think the same things when I do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go pet my dog, I love them, like, you know, like, they get hair all over me, or same with even the cats, you know, like, I roll around the cats, I carry them around, I pick them up, I snuggle them, and then I go inside and I'm covered in hair, so I change my clothes, I wash my hands, whatever, like, I get the hair off of me. And then, like, I go back out, and they, like, you know, if I see them, or, like, I see my dog again, and they realize that their hair isn't all over me, then they're like, hey fucker, where'd all that go? Where'd my hair go? You know, I thought you just snuggled me. Don't you love me? And then I'm like, got to get it all over me again, and it's just kind of like an endless cycle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't really know. Like, there's no way that the animals think that deep about it, because then they're just like, oh, no, you know, I can just, you know, get him my smell again. I could just let him pet me again, you know? Oh, he's clean now? Let's get him more hairy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they probably don't even think about it. And they also don't even think about it being clean. So I'm overthinking it now anyways. But yeah, no, I don't think that they're thinking that hard about it. I don't think they're looking at you with depression, because what's it? They always look at me like I'm not supposed to be washing their smell away, and am I just overthinking this? Yeah, no, I think you're overthinking it. I'm with the first commenter, but I can't say anything because I also feel like I think the same way that you do when it comes to that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because like I get where your headspace is at, because you obviously love your animal, and they so innocently love you back wholeheartedly, and it's like, you know, like, you don't love me anymore. Like, obviously that's not true, but you know, that's just how we feel about it. Yeah, let's go this way. We're gonna go this way. I'm gonna take a different route right now. Or actually, no, we're gonna go straight, and then I'm gonna turn left up here in a minute. I gotta figure out where I want to go now, because that just kind of put a wrench in where I wanted to go, and I don't want to just cruise on the highway this whole time. Hey, we got more motorcycle people up here. Hello, motorcycle people. You gonna give me the wave? Hey, let's go. Solid dudes, solid dudes. Does not everyone have an internal monologue? And so actually, I want to talk about this for a minute, because like, I constantly am having an internal monologue. It doesn't matter what is going on, what I'm doing, where I'm at. My brain does not stop. Like, I'm constantly thinking about things, or thinking about what I'm doing, or wondering, like, you know, like what does this look like? Like, if somebody else would be watching, like, my movements right now. Or, like, when I was younger, I used to have this thing where I, like, and sometimes even now I still have this thing where it's like, what if there's somebody, you know, not like God or something, but like, what if we really are in a simulation type thing, and anyone can just put on a pair of glasses and, like, a VR headset, let's say, and see and hear everything that I'm seeing and hearing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, say they can just put yourself in your shoes, and they can just, like, see and hear everything that you're doing and check up on your status of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, in moments like these where I'm just, like, I'm talking to myself, or, like, if I'm just singing along in my helmet and I'm riding around, per se, and I'm like, what would somebody be thinking about that right now? Or, like, you know, myself, like, I'm doing this thing, like, oh, that felt cool. I'd be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine the things that I'm constantly saying outside of my mouth out loud, but, like, non-stop inside of my head at all times. Like, I have that. Do you other people not have that? Because I think I've heard of it, like, people, like, can just sit there and just actually shut their brains off, zero thoughts, and just kind of exist. And I just can't imagine. I feel like the world would be so quiet. Like, the world is always so chaotic to me. And even if it's not being chaotic, it's literally just because my brain just doesn't stop. So I'm just like, how do you do what you do if you do nothing and brainhead do nothing thing quiet time? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do existence work for you? My brain can't comprehend. Like, even right now I'm overthinking it, but I overthink everything because, again, like I said, my brain never stops going. Anyway, yeah, please tell me you guys also have inner monologues. You know, that would really help my my well-being a lot. And if you guys say that you don't, well, I'll suffer inside my head with my internal monologue. What's something you thought you'd never do but now love doing? Motorcycle, honestly. Like, I knew I always wanted one, and that I always wanted to ride a motorcycle and always wanted to have one, but at the same time, like, when you're younger, your parents are like, or actually no, I have a couple things on that topic, but your parents are, you know, are always like, you're never going to get a motorcycle, don't ride there unsafe, don't get tattoos, like, don't drink. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say drinking because I don't, like, love it per se. Like, I do drink, you know, on occasion now for fun, and I do enjoy it, but it's not something I love. And, you know, even though when you're like a kid, you're like, no, mommy, I'll never drink or do drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type energy. But, like, I also, like, I think tattoos and piercings and riding a motorcycle would be my three. I genuinely never thought I'd get a tattoo, ever. And now, obviously, I'm covered in them, and I love them, and I cannot wait to get more at all times. I have lots of piercings, which you guys don't really see, but I do have, well, not lots, but I do have a pretty decent amount of piercings, and that's something I never thought I'd do either, and I love having those, and I definitely want more. And, like, you know, the motorcycle thing, like, that was a huge surprise to me when I finally got one and then enjoyed it, because even then, like, when I was telling people that I was going to get one, like, this is, like, way before making content. Well, not way before making content. I started making content, like, 4 or 5 months or even less after I got my, actually, no, I take that back. I have some videos with my temporary tags. I guess I started making videos, like, as soon as I got my bike. But anyways, I'm getting way off track. There were even people who were like, you're gonna go waste all this money on a bike and you're never gonna ride it. Like, you're gonna ride it like 3 times a season, you're gonna put a couple hundred miles on it, and you're just gonna get bored with it. It's gonna be wasting your time because it's less convenient than a car, and it's, you know, you're just never gonna get into it. And I didn't think it would be like that. I thought I would ride it per occasion. Like, I thought I would use it for things. I never dreamed I would fall as much in love with it as I have, and that it would become as much of my personality as it has, but it most definitely has. And like, that is probably the biggest one. But I think tattoos and piercings also fall into that same category. So anyways, yeah, we're talking a lot about a lot of these topics. This is going great today. I'm liking the energy today. We're feeling good about it. What do you guys think? Let me know. Are you guys enjoying this energy? I'm enjoying this energy. Genuinely asking, how can a shy girl make the first move? The first comment, I screenshotted this one because I always like to do somewhat wholesome ones every once in a while. Like, I like to have topics that have like actual intriguing, like, make my brain think things, or just ones that I find genuinely funny or entertaining. But I also like to do wholesome ones every once in a while, just, you know, because it's kind of like my whole brand, and I like doing nice, wholesome topics and conversations sometimes. But the first comment says, same way a shy guy does. You have to put yourself out there. And I completely agree. Obviously, I'm not a girl, I'm not a female, so I can't speak from a female's perspective. But I don't think that it has to come from a male or female perspective. It doesn't matter who you want to make a move on. I just think that you just got to be yourself. Have a conversation with them. It's not always about making a move. Like, you don't have to, like, go up and hit them with a good one-liner. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if that's your style, you can, but I'm imagining if you're shy, that's not your style. And I understand going up and talking to people is a lot harder said than done, but just kind of, like, insert yourself into the equation, you know, naturally. Like, and I get it, people are socially awkward. I'm socially awkward at times. I have been, you know, I get it. But you kind of just gotta be yourself. And I think I repeat that in, like, a lot of the times that I talk about topics like this, but that's genuinely just the best advice. If you are looking for someone, you know, like, to make a move on, you want them to like you for you. And there's no better way to know if they're gonna like you for you than just by being yourself with them. And 9 times out of 10, someone is gonna be more drawn to you just genuinely being yourself and not trying too hard than they are by somebody who's trying too hard or hitting them with one-liners. Like, unless it's a good joke one-liner and it just starts the conversation, you know what I'm saying? Like, it depends on the situation and the person and your personality as well. But it's just talk to them. Just be yourself. Just, I mean, you know, act, you know, obviously you're going to be shy. You're going to be nervous. I get that. Things like that happen. But you just got to do it. Like, you know, and you got to enjoy it. And you've also, you know, just be yourself. Just be yourself. That's my best advice for people of all time anyways, though. You know, unless you're a psychopathic murderer, like, please don't be yourself then. But, like, you know, like, it's just that simple. It's just that simple. Oh, also, huge shout out to the parents for an early birthday gift of a quad lock mount for my bike, because oh my gosh, this thing is coming in clutch. I've never had a good phone mount for my bikes, and now that I'm using these things for my videos, oh my gosh, it's incredible. Shout out to my parents. I love them. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Like, literally the best ever, and I am loving the hell out of this thing. Anyways, why is online play on PC free, but on console it costs money? There are people who gave genuine answers to this question, which the genuine answer is basically that consoles have a monopoly on all the games that you buy on console. But I think it's just because consoles are money pits, personally. Like, which I know falls into the monopoly thing, but it's like, consoles are becoming more of a waste. Like, I'm recording this video like the day after, 2 days after PlayStation released their $700 PS5 Pro price, or whatever the fuck it's called. I haven't done that much research into it. I just know that it's an absurd price, and that's just insane. Don't get me wrong, I understand that computers are expensive. However, computers are worth the money that you're putting into them because they are a computer. Consoles are trying to become computers, which is just kind of a waste. And like, you already spend all of the money on the console and the controllers and, you know, and the games themselves, and then having to pay like a monthly price to play online is just so stupid in my opinion. The genuine answer that someone gave that I completely agree with, like, and like makes complete sense, is that on computer they can't charge you that because like it's not a locked domain. Like, there is, like, you can't only buy games from the Microsoft Store or the App Store or Steam or Epic Games. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's other places to get your games. So if Steam started charging a price for everyone to play online, I guarantee you most people would switch to Epic Games or any other platform that has the same major games that they want to play. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a lot easier on PC for you to get things for better, like, prices and deals, and them to just not box you into something like that, like with console. But console just has too much power, and I think console is fading out, honestly. Like, I understand consoles are going to stay around, but I think like the hardcore diehard like console people are kind of fading out, especially now with everything being cross-platform, and a lot of games that are exclusives to PlayStation or Xbox are also becoming available on PC at some amount of time. So it's just like, you know, I'm not a huge fan of them. I'm not gonna lie, I will be getting my hands on an Xbox next year for GTA 6, which I hear that there's been talk about it being PlayStation exclusive. Whatever, if that's the case, I'll just wait for it to not be a PlayStation exclusive. I have always been a PlayStation guru, back when I had consoles before I had PC, and I even have an Xbox One, so like, you know, like, I understand having both of them in both perks, but I've always been a PlayStation guru. I've always thought PlayStation was better, but modern era, I think Xbox is better console-wise, on top of the fact that Game Pass is just unbeatable. PlayStation has nothing to compare with Game Pass, so there's just, you know, there's not really much there to like much reason to get a PlayStation, in my opinion. And the only reason I'm getting an Xbox is for GTA, and that's because it's not going to be on PC for like years, and even when it is, it's going to be awful, you know, and I just want to enjoy the campaign. But that doesn't mean that I think console is better than PC. But also, I think consoles are just more casual than PC, and I've realized that ever since I've been doing a lot on a PC for the last couple years. And I kind of miss that aspect sometimes, but at the same time, like, it's just harder to want to do consoles for stuff like that, and for how much they charge for stuff. Like, you know, you can't just get off-brand controllers. You got to spend $60-80 on a controller all the time, and the consoles themselves are expensive, and the games never go cheaper in price. You know what I'm saying? And like, Steam has flash sales all the time. You can get cheap mouses and keyboards if you want to. You can get any cheap off-brand controller and use it on your computer. You know what I'm saying? Like, the initial setup of getting into a computer is expensive, obviously, and the upkeep on them can be, depending on how you take care of it. But at this, ow, shit, I thought I put it in neutral. I'm stupid. Anyways, that was embarrassing. Oh well, I'm gonna leave it on there. I thought I put it in neutral. I totally forgot. But anyways, enough talk on that. I just kind of wanted to rant about consoles, mainly because I just saw that PlayStation announced their $700 PS5 Pro, and I think it is, I think it's outrageous. I think they're asking way too much. And I understand that, you know, inflation, they're putting more stuff into their consoles, like yada yada yada, but at the same time, it's like anytime a console releases a quote-unquote pro version, or like the Switch OLED, it's never worth double or more the price, ever. Like, the perks that you're getting are not that much more, which is just insane to me that they think they can charge that much. And there will be people who buy it, obviously, but I don't think that it's going to be as much of a sale as they think it's going to be, and I could be wrong. Who knows? And it's like GTA 6 is like threatening to sell their game for like, what is it? Like, I mean, they're saying it's going to be an insane price, and they're under the beliefs that, like, you should have to pay on the game based on how much playability it has or how long you can play it. And I completely disagree with that. I understand that it's going to be slightly more expensive, whatever, but GTA 5 is one of the top grossing games ever in the history of the world, and it's mainly from in-game purchases. They could sell GTA 6 for $20 and have all the in-game purchases when online eventually drops, and they would make their money back in the first month tenfold. Like, genuinely. Like, I don't understand why these companies have to be so greedy. It's ridiculous. Like, it just is. They're ripping off because they have a monopoly on it. Anyways, I'm done ranting about it. I want to talk about something else. No, but really, how does a mirror know? How does a mirror know? I've tried to read through this, and there's a lot of confusing topics on it, but I'm going to answer this in the way that I think I want to. How does a mirror know what it sees? Because if you think about it, who's giving the mirror that knowledge? But if, you know, so in reality, the mirror only knows what it knows because it doesn't have to know anything else. Think about it. If your entire job was to only know what you see in front of you, you would be perfect at it. You know, like, because your brain wouldn't be doing other things. Your body wouldn't be taking up energy doing other things. You wouldn't have to eat, sleep, drink. You just sit there and you just reflect on what you see. And that is all you have to do. That's how mirrors know, because they have no other jobs. They have nothing else to do. The only thing that a mirror has to do is sit there and reflect exactly what it sees from the perspective of the viewer. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's also doing half the work. It's just showing you what you should be seeing from your perspective in another angle. You know? So they're not really doing anything. They're just taking the knowledge that they have in front of them, which is what they're reflecting on, and giving it to you. And they're not actually doing any of it. They're just the middleman. Mirrors are the middlemen. Think about that one for a minute, huh? Think about that one in your brain hole. Let me know what that one did to your brain. Mirrors just being the middleman, you know, because the only thing they have to do is reflect on everything else, depending on your perspective. Mirrors are pretty sick, though, like, if you think about them, because they're just glass. I mean, like, you know, we're going to just talk about, like, glass mirrors. But then glass can also be see-through. So it's like, you know, mirrors are weird. But they're cool, though. They're cool. What do you prefer for breakfast? Oatmeal or a full meal? First off, I think oatmeal can be a part of a full meal, but I think what they're asking here is, like, do you prefer just like a snack in the mornings to get your day going and then you eat a full meal for lunch, or do you prefer a full meal for breakfast? For me, it depends. If I'm getting up early and I have something to go and do, I do not prefer a full meal. I cannot get up and eat a full meal, like, as I wake up and am preparing for a day to go out and do something and do all that. I just can't. If somebody prepared it for me Possibly, but even then, like, I don't think I'm ready to sit down and eat something like that when I'm getting up to go out and do something. But on days off, like if I'm home all day, or it's a weekend, or I don't have to go to work, yeah, then I can have a full breakfast, because I can spend time to prepare it, or I can spend time to prepare it with somebody, or somebody else, you know, per se, will get up and prepare it. But then it's ready at like 10, 11, or say I'm going out for breakfast with people. Again, you get up, you get ready, you get moving, then you go out for breakfast. Then by that point, then I'm ready to sit down and have a full meal. Then you have a little bit of a later lunch, and you can have a light lunch instead of a massive lunch like you would if you didn't have breakfast. And then you eat a dinner later. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just fits if you don't have much to do. But am I like getting up and going to work and having a full breakfast beforehand? No. I'm having a bowl of cereal. I'm having oatmeal. I'm having a bagel. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting there and making eggs and toast and sausage and bacon and gravy and biscuits and, you know, like all that stuff. Which, like, I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm kind of lazy. I'm not really doing that stuff anyways. But, like, I also just don't want to sit, you know, eat all that, like, in the morning as I'm getting up to do things. I'd rather, like, give a quick snack, get my day going, drink a bottle or two of water, and then I'm ready for lunch in a couple hours. You know what I'm saying? So, where are you supposed to look during a dentist or orthodontist appointment? I think the thing that you've already got wrong in this is that you're supposed to close your eyes. Not supposed to, or like, you should close your eyes, because that's what I do when I'm at a dentist or an orthodontist appointment. I close my eyes. I'm not sitting there trying to awkwardly look around, like, unless they're, and also, first off, I hate that they're constantly trying to have conversation with you while they're trying to clean your teeth. It's so bad. Like, can we just turn on music or the TV or something and kind of just sit there in bliss with you destroying my jaw with all of your torture devices? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to talk to me. But on top of that, I just sit there and close my eyes. I sit there and I close my eyes and I don't think about anything. It's these people's job. I know that they're there. They got to do what they're doing. They're trying to talk. I mumble back awkwardly because it's the polite thing to do somehow in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Just close your eyes. Sit there and just take a load off. Like, you know, obviously it's not comfortable, but like, you don't have to focus on what you're trying to look around at. Just close your eyes. They're not going to think it's awkward, because then they don't have to try and make awkward eye contact with you while they're staring down your gullet either. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just close your eyes. Simple solution. Are bats bugs? Absolutely not. No, they're sky puppies. You're crazy. Why would a bat be a bug? A bat is a mammal, first off. Like, correct answer. But they're sky puppies. They're adorable little sky puppies. I don't understand why the hate on bats, and I don't understand why people want to call them bugs. Why? Bats are not bugs. Bats are sky puppies. They're adorable, and we love them. And they're just little critters. They're just little critters that just want to enjoy their nightlife. You know what I'm saying? So, like, why? Why you be hating on bats? Why you be defiling them and calling them bugs? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with bugs, but bats aren't bugs. Bats are mammals. Bats are sky puppies, and bats are good little boys. You know, we like bats. Actually, we love bats here. We love bats. I like bats. I think bats are cute. Let me get to it as stop sign. Or actually, no, I'll sit here and read it. Would it be possible to survive when the only liquid you can drink is coffee? Not decaf, let's just say at least dinner drip strength. I don't know what dinner drip strength is, because I'm not a huge coffee savant. But I want to set the record straight on this right here. I might look up what it actually says. But last I read and knew, new studies show that drinking black coffee is basically like drinking water. Now, that does not mean that all of you can go get Starbucks every morning and claim that that's your water intake. I specifically said black coffee, okay? I specifically said black coffee. Black coffee, okay, is like drinking water. Not your creamer, sugar-filled, nothing but, you know, 5 ounces of coffee and 20 ounces of milk and creamer. That is not what I'm saying is coffee, okay? But, yes, black coffee can be considered water. So, to the actual question, would it be possible to survive? Yes, I think it would be possible to survive because, to be honest, like I said, I think people are surviving without drinking any water right now anyways. Are they doing it healthily? No. I'm not saying you're going to be healthy if you just drink black coffee, but I think if you actually just use black coffee like water, and, you know, they're not saying that you can't mix anything with it. Like, you could put some liquid IV in there. I'm not saying it's going to taste great, but, like, I do think you could survive on that, you know. I do. Just because of, you know, if you do it the right way and not do Starbucks coffee for every single drink, because you're probably going to become diabetic very quickly. But I do feel like there is a way to make that survivable. I'm not saying you're going to be healthy, no, but I do think you can survive that. Woo, Billy turn. Yeah. That was fun. All right, does a website or extension exist that would let me watch 2 movies side by side? I have 2 things to mention about this. First off, just open them in two different tabs and split the tabs apart on your browser and put it on 2 different monitors. You can easily do that. Second off, why are you trying to watch 2 movies at one time? Like, what kind of iPad licking, TikTok brain type, attention deficit shit are you on? Like, how much caffeine have you been snorting? Like, I can understand having a movie in the background of doing something. Or, like, I will scroll something on my phone while a movie's up if I'm not that into it. Or I will have music playing on my radio in the background while a movie's going. Or I will be editing on my computer while a movie is going. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, I'll be watching a movie while I'm drawing or my coloring or I'm doing my digital stuff, like my digital art stuff. Like, I get all of that. I get doing other things while watching a movie. 2 movies at the same time? Absolutely not. Like, what, are you watching one movie with sound and turning the other sound off? Do you have both sounds on? Like, I can't understand what you're trying to do to your brain. Like, you're trying to fry your brain circuits, like, so quickly. If you can actually watch them both, good to you. Pull the 2 tabs apart on 2 different screens. That easy. Your computer's probably not gonna like it, you know, but at the same time, like, you can do that. I don't think there has to be a program for it, but, like, unless you're trying to watch 2 Netflix movies, which I don't know if that will which you could just add another family account. I don't want to think about it too hard. I don't want to give you the right answer because how, why do you feel the need to do this? I don't understand. Okay. Is this the last one? This is the last topic. So, real quickly, I'm gonna wrap things up. Ow! What the fuck? I can't tell if that was a bug or a bee or a leaf or something. I don't know. I just got nailed by something though. Hit me in my shoulder pad though, so we all good. Big dog shit. Woo, woo, woo. Sorry. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And let me know if you guys like this new video style of the integrated, just like, you know, doing a live running intro, doing a live running outro, just kind of record it all at one time. I'm trying to find different ways to record that make my videos higher quality, make them more entertaining and more engaging, and that also just encourage you guys to watch more of them, you know? So, and I'm not good at this. I'm not perfect at it. I'm still a baby infant YouTuber, quote unquote, if I want to be called a YouTuber. I make YouTube videos, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Today, I want you guys to comment what the colors of your trees currently are where you're at. Are they green? Are they starting to get kind of mixed with fall colors? Are they fully fall colors? Where are you at? Like, where's your integration into this new fall? Because by next week, everything's going to be yellow, and week after that, all the leaves are going to be on the ground. Because fall lasts like 2 days, and I hate it. Anyways, if you enjoyed, leave a like. Also, subscribe to the channel. Really helps me out, especially if you've watched to this point. You obviously enjoyed something, so if you haven't subscribed, might as well do that. And yeah, we're gonna jump into the last topic. Also, continue to spread the joy, as always. What do you like to do? I like to ride my motorcycle. I do. That's what I like to do. That's why I made it the last topic, because I like to just ride my motorcycle. So, that being said, that's what I'm gonna get to doing. Yeah. Peace.